Well, if you're one of the 3 million Australians living with arthritis, you've probably tried everything to cure the debilitating symptoms. But now acute pain and lack of sleep may be a thing of the past, thanks to Rose Hip.
I can do everything I want now.
I noticed a difference within 2 or 3 weeks.
And it's changed my life around.
For anyone suffering from the crippling effects of arthritis, these results probably sound too good to be true.
Before I took it, I was in pain. You know, even if I sat in the chair, I was in pain.
I didn't expect it to do anything for me. And I couldn't believe it.
The humble Rose Hip is being hailed by some as the ultimate remedy to ease joint pain. Just ask John Brisbane.
The best product on the market.
John and his wife Dawn were keen ballroom dancers, but they were forced to give it up when John was diagnosed with a debilitating form of arthritis called polymyalgia rheumatica.
I had this excruciating pain. I couldn't sleep. Pains in every joint in my body, and I just didn't know what was happening.
For a long time, the 75-year-old relied on drugs to get some relief.
I was on very strong anti-inflammatories and painkillers.
Dawn had bone trouble of her own.
Well, I had arthritis all over me. I had it in all my joints, but the worst part of it was I had it in my lower back, really bad.
She was the first of the pair to try Rose Hip Vital. Taken in capsule or powder form, it's made from rose hips that can only be found in a particular region of Denmark.
I was only on it a couple of weeks and I could feel myself. That was so much better than I was.
It claims to relieve the pain of arthritis, osteoarthritis and rheumatism and increase joint mobility, also reducing inflammation and swelling, improving sleep and relieving lower back pain.
Dawn said, try it, you've got nothing to lose, which I did. And it took about 2 months, and I noticed my hands first, that I was able to clench and unclench them without any trouble.
People have a right to be sceptical about arthritis remedies because there are so many of them.
Professor Mark Cohen is a specialist in complementary medicine.
What we do know is it's a very strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, and the anti-inflammatory properties are very effective for treating people with arthritis.
He says the product contains high levels of a unique active compound called galactolipids and is a natural source of vitamin C. Unlike many other natural remedies, its benefits are backed up by 30 scientific studies.
And I think people need to try it for themselves, and they need to give it a go for about 3 weeks and then make up their own mind.
I'd advise anyone with joint pain to see their doctor first to get the diagnosis right, because there are literally hundreds of different causes of arthritis.
Whenever she's asked about natural remedies, Dr. Karen Phelps warns there's no such thing as a miracle cure, but some people will experience relief.
A lot of these situations, it's a very individual result.
Well, I started using this about 4 or 5 years ago when I found it was very painful at night and I'd lost the dexterity in my fingers.
Mary Lockhart is also a Rose Hip Vital convert. The 75-year-old's arthritis was so bad she couldn't fit her wedding ring on her finger.
It hurt when I did things. I used to play the piano and I found I couldn't do that either.
Since taking Rose Hip Vital, Mary's rejoined the choir and is back doing handiwork in the garden.
But all of a sudden I've got it in my hands and I don't know where it came from.
A bottle of 250 capsules or 125 grams of powder will set you back $52. Dawn, how many capsules do you take?
I take 5 at breakfast.
For breakfast?
Yes,
that's tough.
Every morning. They're really easy to take, but I know how good they are for me.
I differ slightly to Dawn. I take 5 in the morning and 5 every evening.
Is that expensive?
For us, the good it does us to the price, there's just no comparison.
My movements are good. I don't have any swelling in the joints and I'm getting on with my life.
What has it done to your life, John?
Oh, it's turned me around from not having a life, which meant Dawn didn't have much of a one either.
That's true.
To nearly as good as I was 20 years ago.
And it's getting you back on the dance floor.
And Rose Hip Vital has been approved as a pain reliever by the Therapeutic Goods Administration. When it comes to buying toothpaste,